Cooney, loser, bold guy. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, Cooney, upstays alive.
Welcome back to Raccoon Tweeties. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to talk about Jay Leno.
Yes, sir.
Because he keeps getting into these things where he's like, we're worried he's trying to kill himself or something like that, man. He's like, he set himself on fire. He got into a motorcycle accident. I want to hear what's going on. How do you feel about Jay Leno? Do you think
I think he's funny when he was younger.
Yeah.
And then, he got rich. That's my thoughts on him, though.
He's like a legendary comedian to all the comedians that were big when we were kids.
Yeah.
Jay Leno is like this guy that was super famous at the Comedy Store and all that, and then he had the show and all that. And he got in trouble because at first he got the thing over Letterman, but Johnny Carson wanted Letterman to be the replacement. And then the same thing essentially happened with Conan, where Conan took it and then Jay Leno took it back.
Yeah. But Conan and Letterman didn't suck off CBS or NBC. Fuck!
Yeah, I don't even know what it is.
I think Jay Leno got on his knees.
You think he literally had oral sex with
This
executives?
is in the time before Harvey Weinstein was fucking accused or anything. You know what I mean? It was a different Hollywood back then.
Jay Leno giving a blowjob would be kind of weird. Like, would you even want that? I don't know.
He's like, this is my first accident.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Can you do an impersonation of? You feel free to say no to this, but impersonation of Jay Leno giving a blowjob.
But what do you say when you give a blowjob?
I don't know. How would?
Oh,
it's up to you.
tastes kind of salty.
Yeah. Can I? It's pretty easy to do, huh?
Yeah.
Another thing happened.
Yeah.
I'm not really doing it good though.
You can't do the lisp like to the 100th degree. You have to go like 50% on the lisp.
Hey, so
yeah,
I'm Jay Leno, and I'm here to suck you off. I'm more like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I sound more like
Yeah.
Tyson when I try and do Leno.
But I feel like if it was a literal situation where he's sucking off some NBC executive, it wouldn't be like, hey, happy Jen. He'd be like, well, let's get to it then. Come on.
My defense is impregnable. My thumb is impossible. What is it? What does Tyson say? That was Tyson.
I'm impregnable, right?
My defense is impetuous. My thumb is impregnable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you love me. I said I don't want to say the rest.
I'm gonna fuck you till you love me.
Oh, dicey.
That's what he says.
I know. But anyways, let's go to the first. Let's look up the article on the first thing. What did he do? He like set himself on fire.
So
or something
I don't know if you saw, but the article that stood out to me, the line is Jay Leno's joke on Jeremy Renner's accident sparks fan reactions.
What was his joke?
I don't know.
And why is he still telling jokes about that? Is it on Twitter?
I have no clue.
He doesn't even have a show anymore.
Comedian Jay Leno sparked outrage among fans after posting a joke about Jeremy Renner's serious snowplow accident on Twitter.
I thought
it said Tinder. I was riding my motorcycle up into Lake Tahoe and I came around the corner and bam, I crashed into Jeremy Renner's snowplow.
Oh, that's so like tame.
Not funny. Jeremy Renner broke 30 bones in this process of saving his nephew's life. Respect to the guy, pure guts.
What? He saved his nephew's life.
I don't know if that's true. Who's John Dawson?
I don't know. Yeah, probably some nerd.
Yeah, let's see this guy. Oh, 1,700 followers. Yeah, grifter.
PR advisor. That's like the scum of the earth.
Yeah, Hong Kong crisis strategy. Hong Kong's great. I don't know what you're talking about.
I wonder who he's the PR advisor for, because PR people are people that think they're like really great at communicating, but then they're just boring guys that like this who want to get mad about some stupid joke and get some followers from it, which it doesn't seem like. I mean, I have more followers than this guy. So
yeah,
nubs.
He's definitely not all that, dog. He's on PRP. You know what I'm saying?
What's PRP?
Public relations person.
Oh yeah, I took a PR class when I was in college. Did I miss a joke?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
TRT is testosterone replacement therapy.
Right.
PRP is what I said.
Oh, I see.
So I'm saying he's not nat. He's not a natty, dude. He's on steroids. He's on Twitter steroids.
Maybe you're right. I don't know.
But it's not funny now.
It never was. It could have been ignored, but I didn't. I let you stew in it. And I didn't mean to do that, but you did. So when I was in college, I saw Mad Men and I thought, oh, I should be an advertisement guy. I can sell Coke. I don't know what I was thinking.
Like marketing?
Yeah, well, I'm so stupid that I literally was like, I can be like the Don Draper guy.
Yeah.
And then, so I switched to advertising briefly and I took a PR class. And this PR guy, he came out in a suit and he was like, what is public relations? Here, what people don't know what it is, but let me tell you, because people think it's this and it's really that. He had like long blonde hair and all this. And all the women in the class were like, oh my God, he's so interesting. And I was like, this guy's a bullshit artist. This is boring as shit. I don't want to spend the rest of my life writing press releases for saying how shaving equipment is good. You know, it was awful. So that's how I feel about PR.
Well, also like anything doing with the public, you know, like public policy, public relations, all these things are just fucking politicians salad days, right? It's like how they start.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody about that. Like the politicians, and PR, it's like it's the same thing. They say, "Oh, you know, we're going to end homelessness, we're going to fix the housing situation, we're going to, you know, we're going to get to climate change," and then they don't do anything.
And we're never going to joke about Jeremy Renner's hilarious snowplow accident.
Yeah, making jokes that
Jamaican jokes.
Jamaican jokes. That I'm so haggard right now. I'm starting to feel bad for making fun of the way Bappa looks on the podcast because my house still has mold and it still has work being done. So like I can't go back. So I'm like going back and forth and like, is it safe now? And I didn't shower today. So now I really get it. It's probably Bappa's records so many podcasts that he like has no time to like do anything. And that's why, and in addition to the CTE and the Kratom and the Alpha Brain and the alcohol and the Diet Coke and the coffee, he's a bit messed up. And I understand. I empathize with him more now. But anyways, what were we talking about? See what it does to you?
What are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
Some more of the grifters on this Jay Leno tweet that was pretty tame.
How was that funny?
How is that funny? Brooke Hammerling.
Who's Brooke Hammerling?
Let's see that. Let's see.
Is she a PR professional?
PR professional. Let's see.
Damn, she's got a lot of followers.
I work with innovative founders of innovative companies. That's some
So that
fucking
doesn't even
bullshit.
mean anything. And her picture is like, whatchamacallit, the AI.
Yeah.
It's like an AI thing. Not even a real human being. Hammerling. What is that, German? Are you a Nazi?
Founder of the new thing and writer of link.medium.com.
Yeah, the new thing. That sounds like neo-Nazi to me, Hammerling.
Yeah, the new right alternative agenda.
If you live in both New York and Los Angeles, you're trash.
Yeah.
We get it. You're coastal elite.
Yeah.
You know who's coastal elite? Me.
The new thing. Let's see here.
Founder of some bullshit. Silicon Valley. I've heard they've done a lot of good stuff, lady.
That's not what she made, though. She's founder of the new thing.
Yeah, look, it has a Wikipedia.
Yeah, no, but that's a book written by Michael Lewis.
She founded Michael Lewis. It's all in the print.
Brooke Hammerling, the new thing. Let's see what it is. I'm really curious.
Yeah, no, this is good.
Okay, so there it is. Boom. Brooke Hammerling. She launches the new thing. Let's watch this YouTube video.
Boo.
Boo.
I'm in a bad mood. I'm sorry, Brooke. I'm not in a great mood right now.
Boyd Digital Technology.
Ew.
Brooke Hammerling launches the new thing, a strategic communications advisory. Brooke Hammerling,
It's
the
more
strategic
PR
communications veteran who brought us Brew PR,
Communications
announced
veteran.
her new project today.
Why is everyone trying to bring down Jay Leno?
It's both of the first two people were like PR people,
Yeah.
communications.
Yeah.
You know, they're like Don Draper-ish people. How dare you? Because they just want to be Jay Leno's PR guy, I guess. This is not the right way to say stuff. Shut up. Bro.
How is that funny? 500 likes.
Yikes.
Light work. Bill Hines, stay retired. That's a terrible quote unquote joke. Maybe your humor went up in smoke. Let's see.
Stay
Bill Hines.
retired.
Stay retired. Is he even a stand up? Driver of a super truck. 282 followers. Why is this guy being featured on an article about it?
Founder of United Fiber and Data.
He's from Pennsylvania. People from Pennsylvania are gross.
What's a super truck? I don't really care.
I don't know. Host of Thrillcast. Oh, is that a podcast?
Yeah, probably.
Let's see. Thrillcast.
How about you stay in your truck, Bill? Thrillcast with a stock picture of a woman on it.
Yeah.
For your co-host, or is that something you got from the Google image search?
What is he talks about racing, a lot of race car drivers.
You know about this, right? You're a race car guy.
Oh yeah, I love racing. But I mean, not anymore. When I was a kid, I was all about it, baby.
Right.
Yeah. I used to just go for Rusty Wallace when I was a casual.
Right.
I would go for Rusty Wallace because he drove the Viagra car.
I remember that vaguely. Yeah, there
Yeah.
was the Viagra car. That was a bit of a controversy.
But he would always be in last place. He was number 6. Love this guy, right? He would always be in last place, and every time he drove by, we'd be like, yeah, Viagra.
It'd be messed up if you had the Viagra car and it had the Confederate flag on it. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
The South, they got nothing but boners, baby.
Would it be offensive because the one car, this Bubba, I think he had Black Lives Matter on his car.
Bubba Wallace, yeah.
Bubba Wallace. Would it be offensive if Black Lives Matter was on the Viagra car?
No,
Yeah, I don't think so.
no.
But I have to ask the question.
It would be like, why are those two? Why, if all of the other cars didn't have that Black Lives Matter, I'd be like, what the fuck? Why Viagra?
What if the Viagra car with the Black Lives Matter thing on it hit Jay Leno? It sounds like something that would happen to him. Jay Leno was driving Viagra race car and crashed into Jeremy Renner.
Let's see. I think they just went for like, look at this mechanic. Why are these people verified?
Please be more careful.
Oh,
Well,
wait, you could pay for verification.
Yeah,
now,
you can
right?
pay for
Oh,
verification, which I do now.
Please be more careful. We like you around. We like you around, buddy. What? Like somebody's gonna kill him for making a Jeremy Renner joke?
Yeah, what? We like you around, buddy?
Who's
What
this
is
guy?
that?
Who
Let's
is this
find out. Is this a death threat?
Mechanica. It sounds like one. Mechanica 2000. More followers than me, so I can't talk shit. But
I guess it makes sense, though, because these are car people and Jay Leno's a car people, so they follow him, right?
oh yeah, you're right.
You right.
Yeah, super truck drivers, PR people. They're all car people, right?
Car folks.
The competition is coming with a U instead of a O. Just kidding.
I just don't understand car people because I'm not a car guy.
For the unaware, Jeremy Renner was hospitalized on New Year's Day after he was crushed by. I like how they keep saying crushed.
He was crushed.
By a snowplow while trying to clear a driveway near his Nevada home. The 52-year-old actor. Okay, yeah, we already know all that.
You know what's crazy is a similar thing happened to Jay Leno not Jay Leno. A similar thing happened to Isaac Hirsch and Jay Light. Somebody ran them over with their car because they mistake them for like sticks and leaves on the side of it. Boom, got him. Roasted. Boom, roasted.
What's it called? Also, too, Jay Leno just lit his face on fire and he got in a motorcycle accident. So you can't make a joke about some other dude that got crushed. Jay Leno's getting crushed in life.
Yeah, he's living the life of that. He's not punching down. He's punching to the side. He's basically the same thing is happening to him. If anyone can talk about horrific accidents, it's Jay Leno.
Okay, so he involved in a motorcycle crash. That's a terrible picture to have on top.
Second accident in 4 months.
I mean, that would be funny if they had a picture like this, but his face was all burnt.
It looks like he, in that picture, it looks like he's waiting. He's like, all right, I'm going to get in a crash.
He's
real
like,
quick.
fuck it.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to crash my motorcycle.
It just seems like it's so crazy that his career took a trajectory to like, I'm a car guy now. And it's like, bro, you should not be around cars. He was working on a car, right? Like inside the hood and it lit on fire and it lit him, right?
Yeah. I don't know Jay Leno and I don't think this, but are these karmic payments for what he did to Letterman and Conan?
I don't really care about the Letterman thing because I wasn't around for that, but I was around for the Conan thing and that was fucked up.
Yeah.
And he was trying to be like, I'm the nice guy.
I just
Yeah.
I want a job.
Yeah.
My Jay Leno impersonation is almost exactly the same as my Bill Burr impersonation. Hey, folks. All right. What does this one say?
Broken collarbone. Okay, when it comes to all other articles we read, they don't get to the point. This one gets to the point right away.
Yeah,
dude.
good job. Good
Yeah.
job, Yukarsh Desmook.
You Karsh Deshmook. Oh, it's because he's really bad with English. That's why. He's like,
Car
listen,
talk, honest car. Oh, this is a car talk thing.
cracked kneecaps. Holy shit. The popular American television host, comedian, writer, actor, and avid automotive collector. Okay, they put his whole name. Jay Leno, whom we know as Jay. Okay.
I didn't know that was his real name. Did you all know that James Douglas Muir Leno?
No.
I didn't know his name. James Leno. Interesting. I did not know that.
No. He was then immediately rushed to the burn center. Following this, he started recovering. Although this freak accident, the TV host, while recently attending an interview via phone call, revealed that he was yet again met with another accident, and this time it was in a motorcycle.
Dang.
Where's that interview at? I want to read the interview. Oh, that's probably not a good.
That was not a good pic. There's some
Yeah.
foreshadowing in that picture.
Yeah, he's got a
Yikes.
flame next to his face.
Not careful enough, Jay.
Not careful enough.
What are we doing here?
Oh, this is the Indian guy. Okay. Jay Leno, while speaking to the LVRJ, stated, "So I turned down a side street and cut through a parking lot, and unbeknownst to me, some guy had a wire strung across the parking lot but with no flag hanging from it. So, I didn't see it until it was too late. It just clotheslined me and boom, knocked me off the bike. Ugh.
What knocked him off the bike?
So he turned down a side street, cut through a parking lot, and some guy had a wire strung across the parking lot.
Why?
I don't know.
It sounds like a movie where you're trying to mess somebody up.
Yeah.
Jay Leno's like a secret agent or something. He's being attacked.
I got some serious burns from the gasoline fire. I'm okay. I just need a week to get back on my feet. Leno's family also could not provide any details on the incident. Man, even his family's turning his back.
Yeah. Well, his family is the one that, probably were behind the fire thing.
Yeah.
And also they put the clothesline out there to get rid of him because he has millions that they won't share. They're waiting for that whatchamacallit. What do you get when people die? Inheritance.
Inheritance, yeah.
They're waiting for that Jay Leno inheritance. And I don't blame them because it's a lot of money.
Okay, so 12/9/22, he came on Adam Carolla. That's 2 hours, though. Why he'll never do a stand-up special. Let's watch this one here.
First of all, Jay, I'm just so happy to be sitting across from you.
Well, thank you. I'm afraid I had to get on fire to be on the Today Show. Thank you.
But I have to say, I was
That'd
really,
be funny
as
if he
the
became
country
the
was.
Joker and he lit himself on fire.
Yeah. Joker Jay.
So you don't feel bad about trying to kill yourself and light yourself on fire? No. I don't remember the Joker saying.
Was extremely worried. I mean,
the country was.
people were like, what happened to Jay? What happened to Jay?
Well, people were very nice. I got wonderful cards and letters.
I love the story about how when your doctor
Why do they keep cutting him off?
I want to see him in full Joker makeup in this interview. I want one of these accents to drive Jay Leno insane. He's like, and another thing's gonna happen. I'm gonna find Conan this time. He's gonna pay. But you're the one who took the show away. I'm not the one who took the show away. It was my show.
I didn't blow NBA.
Conan's gonna die soon.
was first meeting you, you were in the middle of listening to a voicemail, and it was like, hey, this is Joe from Indonesia.
What?
And then your doctor was like, and then I put together who it was.
Yeah, that was President Biden call. That was very nice. That was, I suggest try to have more important things to do, but thank you, Mr. President. I appreciate it.
Gee, let's just talk about what happened. So
Okay.
You're doing what you love.
Right.
You're with your babies, all your cars.
Yes.
You're doing your thing. Just tell me what happened that day.
Well, it was a 1907 white steam car. So the fuel line was clogged. So I was underneath it trying to clog
Steam
it.
car?
Well, it was this car from 1913. It had dragon wings on it, and accidentally turned the car on, and the dragon fire came out of the dragon's mouth and set me on fire. And I said, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I got nothing.
Said, blow some air through the line. Let's see if we can clear. And then a line, and then boom, and suddenly, boom, I got a face full of gas. And then the pilot light jumped, and my face caught on fire. And I said to my friend, Dave, I'm on fire. And Dave, okay. I said, no, Dave, I'm on fire.
How long have you guys been buddies?
Who's
How many
Dave?
years?
Is that
Thankfully,
Dave?
Jay's longtime pal.
Dave Letterman?
He's just some guy that's always there when Jay works on it. Yeah, it would be funny if it was Letterman.
Yeah.
He makes so much money, so much more money than Letterman. Letterman has to work for him. Yeah, man. Jay Leno is trying to kill himself. And who is his friend Dave, though? Let's find out.
Dave Kalaki was standing just a few feet away.
I couldn't even see his face. He downplays it all, but I'm telling you, he was really engulfed. I couldn't see his face.
It was on fire?
It was a wall of fire.
What was the first thing you did when you saw him engulfed in flames?
Started laughing.
I just grabbed him.
I started masturbating. Honestly, it turned me on.
When I saw that Jay Leno was on fire, the first thing I did was grab some water and drink it because I hate Jay Leno and I want him to die.
He was just under the car. I grabbed him by the head and I pulled his head into my chest.
I thought it was a bad Tinder date. I go, what's going on here?
What are you doing? Let Dave talk about how he saved you. Okay.
Jay can't help himself. He's always on.
He's always on.
Even when he was on fire. Yeah, come out here. I'm on fire. Like, I'm not as good as Jay. I can't think of a joke for him.
Yeah.
I'm sure he had something great to say. I'm dying. But first, here's the word from my sponsors. MeUndies.
So you kind of brought him into your chest.
I did.
Yeah.
Started to smother the fire.
Yeah.
Then I put the car out.
Yeah.
And I told Jay, go into the bathroom, put cold water on your
Cold
face.
water,
That's when I put the car out, put the fire out, went into the bathroom to look at Jay, and I
What'd
said,
you think?
Oh, it was, like I say, he downplays that, but it was horrific.
okay.
It was a scary thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a genius to figure out, call 911, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
How would you describe what he looked like to you?
It was horrible. It was horrible. In fact, he asked me, how do I look? And I think I said, not good. This is going to be a bad thing. As when the first two layers are peeling off right now, this is a real issue.
Doctors took one look at Jay and told him he needed to go straight to a burn center. But Jay had other plans.
Yeah, I mean, I drove home right after that.
Wait, you drove yourself home? Why did you decide to go home and stay home for that night?
Well, because my wife doesn't drive anymore, and I didn't want her stuck and not knowing what was going on. It just seemed like the right thing to do, and I think it was.
So you loved your wife more than you worried about yourself.
I don't want that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, he looks fine.
Yeah.
He looks like the thing worked. I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do if I lit my face on fire. That's why I guess that's part of why I don't work on cars.
Yeah, that's why I'm not a car guy, dude.
Yeah, too much danger involved.
Yeah.
Also, I wouldn't even know the first thing about what to do. The car could fall on you, or even if you're Jay Leno, you could be lit on fire. Although I wouldn't be working on 1913 or whatever, 1927 cars.
Yeah. I feel about cars the same way I feel about guns, dude. You can have a gun, you can have a car, whatever, dude.
Well, thank God Jay Leno's not a gun guy,
I just don't want to
shot
fucking,
himself already.
I don't want to be anywhere near it when you take it apart, dude.
Yeah. Let's see what else he had. This is a long interview. They're like, Jay, what are you doing now? He's like, well, now I'm a bicycle guy.
Was that it?
Well, I think there's something to that.
Jay and wife Mavis have been married for more than...
Boring.
Yeah.
No, but did she say, go to the hospital?
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah.
The couple would spend the next 9 days at the Grossman Burn Center. Doctors had to scrape
Whoa.
away layers of burned skin.
He looks like Darth Maul there, dude.
God. Yeah.
Dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, this is the next Making of a Murderer season for Netflix.
That's like Jay Leno. He looks like one of those people that become a villain in a Batman movie. And that's my origin story. That's when I started hating the Batman.
Again, a painful procedure, but they say Jay never complained. He was more worried about everyone else, sending pizzas to the nurses and cheering up other patients.
nice.
Were you worried about what you might look like when it was all said and done?
When you look like me, you don't really worry about what you look like. Luckily, look, if I'm George Clooney, that's going to be a huge problem, But they said it would be all right. So
He is funny,
You know,
though.
my attitude is I
think
trust
Jay Leno's
people who are the
funny.
best
Seems like
to do
a
what
nice
they
guy.
do.
So they had to fix
Great
your
guy.
ear. Is that a brand new ear?
Well, no, it's just
A lot
we
of
saved
it-
all the original parts.
So what did they do there?
I guess they remolded it and did something. Apparently, this burns failed. This is like, I think the doctor told me, this is like the thinnest skin on the body, so it burns pretty.
So that
It'd be
had
cool
to be
if he made him into a
reconstructed.
robot. There's like a Jay Leno robot. He comes out and he can like run real fast and like jump buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
He works on the cars with his own arms because they like go into the car like Terminator. Yeah, I'm fixing the car and then I'm gonna maybe go and fix ITIS because now I can shoot robot missiles in ITIS.
Do you want to see some old Jay Leno stand-up?
Yeah.
The following clip, from the archives,
Thank you, ladies and
It's great
gentlemen.
to be here, ladies and gentlemen.
My next guest is possibly the brightest young comedian on the scene today. He just completed a national tour with Perry Como, and he's going to be opening at Harry for
I look like a young Gerardo, please.
All right. Hello, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Y'all see the news today? President Carter had some good news. Said when unemployment hits 100%, should start to level off. So that's... Muhammad Ali's fighting again. He'll go back in the ring. Next month he's fighting Buddy Epson. Did you see that? Should be a pretty exciting...
Damn, I don't know what Buddy Epson is.
Vicious band.
Well, just keep in mind, Brandon Cooney says he's hilarious.
He's funny. He's got some good
I
bits.
noticed something flying in here today. You ever notice when you fly that pilots always have pilot names? You get on a plane, you always hear, "Hi, this is your pilot, Mike Tiger. We'll be flying to New York." "Hi, I'm your pilot, Jim Hunt." You never get Angelo Boobar flying a plane anymore. We're going to New York today. And they always search you for weapons. You know, I mean, you walk through an x-ray machine, they open your luggage, and then you sit down to eat and they give everybody steak knives, you know? I mean,
Steak knife. So when I was on the plane, I
bring
had
your
the
own
steak
steak
knife
knife,
in
you
my
get-
hand, and I decided I'm gonna. I almost said something really bad. I'm gonna kill the stewardess. So I did that. And he smiles. And they
20
laugh.
years.
They'll laugh at anything.
Some of them are just so pompous, you know? Delta, the airline run by professionals.
The knife I
What's
had, I
TWA?
used to kill a child that was sitting next to me because they was crying.
Volunteers? I like LaGuardia Airport. That's my favorite. You got some New Yorkers here? You're flying LaGuardia Airport?
Airport humor crushed
This
the
is the
80s.
toughest airport in the world. I mean, you hear announcements you don't hear anywhere else. Attention, Vinny is dead.
This is like blowing people's minds.
Would Mr.
They-
Lewis Knuckles pick up the red
They're like,
phone?
oh my God, I've been on an airplane too. Now you can probably still get away with it though. People
Yeah.
love anything that they've experienced.
Yeah.
Forever, it's always gonna be like, you hear about LaGuardia and how they got to put your bags in the overhead. It's like, well, blah, 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 bags. No. I've even tried to do it. I tried to do it with that non-binary Biden official who kept stealing luggage. I tried to turn that into a bit. It never worked. My joke was just like, who's at the airport and is like, oh yeah, I need more bags. Yeah. See, it's not funny. It's too heavy.
My favorite airplane joke is Kyle Gridley's actually.
What's that?
He said that he went to a 7-Eleven and paid $9.11 for gas and chips. So like he wanted to pay $5 for gas and bought something else. And it came out to $9.11. And he said he's something about laughing at the racial significance of that because it was a 7-Eleven paying $9.11, and then 2 planes crashed into the gas station.
See, why I don't believe the story from the beginning is that I don't believe that Kyle could afford a plane ticket.
He was going to get gas.
Oh, he's going to get gas.
Yeah,
So it
he
has
wasn't
nothing
even
to
on
do-
the plane.
Oh, so because it was, he went to 7-Eleven and it cost $9.11.
And then 2 planes crashed into the gas station.
Yeah, I think it was back to the drawing board for me.
Well, I know, but it made me laugh really hard. Obviously, I butchered the joke, and you can't listen.
No. Listen, that's redacted as hell. All right, let's listen to a little bit more of Jay.
The Lou Knuckles on line 9. Now, I know that's unfair. You know, comedians always make fun of New York, but there are things in New York you don't see anywhere else. You know, about a month and a half ago, I was riding in the New York City subway, and those of you from New York will verify this. There's a sign in the New York City subway that always amazes me. It just amazes me that it's there. It's in every car, and the sign says, "No spitting." You know, I hadn't thought to spit when I got on the train. And you realize they're making a value judgment here about people that ride the subways in New York. And when was the last time you got on an airplane, the stewardess said, we'll be flying at 30,000 feet. The pilot has turned on the no spitting sign. The auto industry is in a lot of trouble. You know, it's true. These car dealers will tell you anything to try and sell you a
this
car. A
is
couple
like,
weeks ago, I was looking for...
you know, I mean, it's not bad for the time, I think, probably, but I would not enjoy this.
Yeah.
You know, this is pretty rough. You're seeing the evolution of comedy. Was Pryor doing stuff around this time, though? He
70s,
was.
not in the 80s.
Yeah, so, like,
Well, you know.
there's no excuse for it being this bad, you know,
Yeah.
because Pryor was really good
Oh, yeah.
in Carlin.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they were as bad as this, ever.
Yeah.
I don't know, though, because I don't know the full history of those two.
Well, for me, like the epitome of like sort of this fast, like, I don't know, LPM type comedy is
Laughs per minute. Oh, right. We watched that video on
Yeah.
the Patreon about the guy.
Yeah.
This guy in the Patreon taught us how to write a joke, and there has to be 9 LPM or something crazy like
Yeah.
that. He didn't even have one.
what's it called? But was Robin Williams was my favorite.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Quick witted.
Yeah, he had some quick, great one-liners. Plus, he's just so funny walking around and stuff. Jay's really not moving around much here. He's kind of just standing still.
I used to have a joke just like that though.
What? Which one?
The signs, the no spitting signs.
Oh, what was yours?
My joke was that there's a sign in Glendale, out of all cities in Los Angeles. In Glendale is the only place you see a sign that says "Don't feed the pigeons." And I don't know. I thought that was funny. I can't remember the joke exactly, but I
Well,
thought
what did you say after that?
that Armenians and pigeons had a rivalry.
And they go further. Go on.
Well, the fact that it's gotten so bad, like they used to be friends.
Oh, okay.
Like Armenians used to feed pigeons, and then it got out of hand. It's
Right,
not even
right.
like don't feed the birds; it's don't feed the pigeons. You know what I mean?
If the sign said Armenians, comma, please don't feed the pigeons, that might be funny.
Yeah, but I mean, he's saying that they're making
Anybody else can, but the Armenians in Glendale are not because they feed the pigeons too much.
Yeah.
Are there pigeons there?
Yeah, there's a lot of pigeons at the Americana.
Oh man, I have not noticed, but yeah, that's probably true. What are your thoughts on the Americana?
I mean, I love all of Glendale.
I like Glendale.
I got sober in Glendale, so
Is that where your meetings were? in
yeah.
Glendale?
Well, all Rancho and Glendale, but Glendale, I spent New Year's 2019 there, and it was one of the best New Year's I ever had. It was with a bunch of old Armenian guys.
Yeah.
And they were all like playing cards or whatever.
Yeah.
And watching Dick Van Dyke, I think, or whoever was at the time, the midnight show on in New York. You know how they do the New York thing,
No. What do you mean?
like
The midnight
the
show?
ball drops.
Oh
on New
yeah,
Year's.
yeah, yeah. You mean Dick? Is that what his name was?
I think so, or Dick Clark.
Dick
something?
Clark.
Yeah.
That's it. Dick Clark. Because Dick Van Dyke's the actor guy.
Oh, okay, yeah, Dick Clark,
Yeah.
the Dick Clark show thing,
Right. I remember that.
where or like Bob, what's his Bob Hope?
Bob Hope. That
Some-
guy's been dead for a minute.
Yeah, but this is a minute ago, I think.
He maybe did New Year's stuff, but Bob Hope's old as
It was before the Ryan Seacrest took over the midnight thing.
probably
for New
Dick
Year's.
Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you know who you're thinking of? Regis Philbin, maybe.
Maybe Regis.
Yeah. Regis, I think, probably did it.
Yeah, but
I don't
I was just talking to everyone, and then it was hilarious. I find the Armenian culture to be very interesting and very funny, but
Yeah.
not in a negative way. Just like I am very, I admire them a lot.
Yeah, man, I hate pigeons.
Yeah.
What if you're at I love Armenians, but what if you're at Americana, you're having a good day and you're just walking around, there's all these people, and then a car comes barreling through and like hits a bunch of people, and that's Jay Leno.
Yeah, well,
And
it's-
that car explodes.
I would
'Cause I think
say-
that could happen at this point.
Yeah, if you connect the dots, it makes sense.
Jay Leno is a hazard to not only himself, but also the community at large. Because what's next? So far, he set himself on fire. What about his friend Dave or Steve or whatever his name was?
Yeah.
Could have set him on fire. And this motorcycle accident was with 4 other people. Who caused it? Was it Jay?
Well, apparently a tripwire caused it.
A tripwire caused it, he says. But then he didn't get into an accident with 4 other people?
I have no clue about that. Where'd you hear that?
I thought that's what the article said. It was just him that was like,
Yeah, he
his
hit the
motorcycle
wire
hit
and it knocked him off the bike.
this time. But what about next time? Maybe he saw this clip and he was like, that's it.
He made a joke that he turned the corner and crashed into Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, and he's saying he's crashing into people and
Yeah.
stuff. Like maybe that's foreshadowing. Other celebrities need to watch out.
If any celebrity goes unhinged, I want to see Jay Leno unhinged.
Yeah, I got the feeling that I'm a guy that needs a little bit of pain. So have you ever seen David Cronenberg's Crash, where people get in a car accident and they get sexually turned on? Because that's a bit what I'm doing. My wife doesn't drive anymore, but she likes sex.
Honestly, Jay Leno has like kind of like CP face, dude.
Mm-hmm. What's that mean?
He's probably got some child porn on him.
Oh God. Dorado has been kicked off the podcast. Dorado Alarcon is no longer a member of Raccoon Tweeties. He's the only person who knows how to turn on the camera. This is a problem. Dorado's talking about weird stuff about me. It's not true. I'm not like that, but I do have a sexual desire for pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. How much are we? How much time? We
Oh, it
got?
was 35.
35. Is there any more Jay Leno stuff we can look up?
No, but did you hear about Netflix? What happened with Netflix?
Oh yeah, the sharing of passwords.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I guess I can afford to keep it now because I'm making that paper.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said it like that. Brendan Cooney has been given a raise. But I don't know if I want to do it just because it pisses me off that they're like kind of like
Yeah,
morally.
it's pretty stupid.
Why are they doing that now? Are they hurting for money or something?
Well, they came out straight up and said like this will be help the profits of the company.
I mean, the product has not gotten better. If anything, it's worse. When you go on there, there's less stuff to watch.
Also, too, they should have done this when they were on top. They shouldn't have done this when they were fucking sinking.
They don't. What are their hit shows that like I'm gonna miss by not?
Stranger Things.
I don't watch that. It only had one good season.
Chris Rock is going to be doing that live comedy special on Netflix.
Okay, I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of the Pamela Anderson thing. It was good, but like I also don't really care about that.
What Pamela Anderson?
It's just some like documentary.
Oh.
They were advertising that. I don't really watch any shows on Netflix right now that I can think of.
Who was the actor that flashed Pamela Anderson? Tim Allen. Tim Allen was like, I've seen you naked, look at me. Did you hear about that?
I did. She like talks about it in her or autobiography or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that was the movie. Maybe she talks about it there.
How do you think she acted on site, like when that happened? Was she like, oh my God?
She kind of seems like somebody, at least back then, that was sort of like go with the flow,
Yeah.
you know? Which she shouldn't have to be as a woman, but...
No, yeah. I mean, literally it's not our views on it. Obviously, it's bad. Tim Allen shouldn't be flashing fucking random people.
Tim Dillon wouldn't do it. But Tim Allen, that's not a good move on his part, just showing your dick to somebody that you think is hot or whatever. I wouldn't do it. Not then, not ever. Okay?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I have no idea.
Yeah, I've never understood like the whole guy culture where everyone shows each other their dicks.
I didn't like that either, yeah.
Yeah.
Although I did do the wild turkey a few times because I thought that was funny.
Oh, like when your homies would be walking around the corner, you'd wild turkey them?
Yeah, I did it to men and women, but I sexually harassed them. No, I did it to my friend Ben. I had him come around the corner and then I put my wiener through my legs and went gobble, gobble, gobble.
Yeah.
And then this woman heard about it and she was like, oh, I want to do that. I want to see the wild turkey. And I was like, no, that's not. You know, and also I don't have the confidence to do that. I should have been like, do you want to go on a date instead? You want to see my dick? Why? My dick and balls and me want to go gobble, gobble, gobble. She's a weird woman. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Have you ever done that to somebody?
No, that's what I was just saying.
You're
Like
just not
I've
into it,
never been into that kind of culture.
I don't like it when people do it to me, and I
Yeah.
only did it a few times.
Even when I do it with like obviously my girlfriend or like girls that I've dated in the past.
Yeah.
It's always awkward the first time being naked. So I do something more awkward, like ha ha, something.
Oh,
weird.
really?
Yeah.
I mean, I've done it a few times at old jobs, to supervisors and coworkers.
I am not adverse to walking around in my underwear. That's like I do that all the time here.
Yeah, I'll do it at Jamba Juice.
Yeah. You probably see me in my underwear.
I don't know. I've done the wild turkey at some libraries. I did Toyota of Glendale. I do it sometimes when I'm just watching. I'm at when I'm watching Jay Leno stand-up videos.
That would be wild if you wild turkeyed somebody like that you didn't know. I can't even imagine just getting naked in front of people I don't know.
No, because that's a crime.
Yeah.
Like that's Kenny Lyon does that at open mics. He gets naked and
Yeah.
I don't think he does the wild turkey.
Shout out Luke Schwartz. I heard
Yeah.
everyone knows what you did.
Yeah, man. Kenny would get naked. I would Kenny's an open micer. If you're watching this, I would get naked at open mics, and people did not like that.
Oh.
Negative reviews for doing that.
I told you about the open mic out in Riverside, right?
No.
At the Back to the Grind. I did tell you about this. So
like some weird old guy or something would get naked.
He was not an old guy. No.
It was like a drunk guy or something.
No, he was the host of the mic.
Okay.
And he was young. He looked exactly like Jared Leto. If you just picture Jared Leto as an open mic host.
Yeah.
Gay man, very flamboyantly gay.
Sure.
Very cool guy when you're not watching him on stage. But he had 3 rules. No raw meat, no simulated masturbation, and no full frontal nudity.
Right.
And then one day, after even saying the rules, because that was his big thing, no raw meat, all those 3 things.
No raw meat.
Yeah.
Okay, I wonder how that comes in.
No, I know, but one day he just stripped naked as the host of the mic and then simulated masturbation.
Was there any raw meat?
No, but he was just like, I think he was a vegan, so like no raw meat.
Interesting to keep the raw meat, no raw meat thing, but do the other 2.
Yeah.
Get
He
naked.
got fired.
You don't need to simulate it really if you're naked. You can just do it.
Yeah.
There was a comedy show recently where a guy pretended to masturbate in the show. He advertised that he was going to do it. It was some sort of like alt criticism of Louis C.K.
Yeah.
And my roommate went there and he was literally took his pants off and he starts pretending to jack off, like not really jacking off, just sort of playing with himself while doing one-liners. And my roommate liked it, but I remember thinking, man, my opinion has gone down.
Oh, Ian Russo.
No. Did Ian Russo do that? I was a bit. Went over my head. Didn't see it. I don't think that guy made Ian Russo's list, sadly. He didn't get. I guess Ian's not a fan of simulated masturbation either.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think this motion is kind of funny, But there's got to be a bit with it.
I think it's hilarious that simulated masturbation, everyone knows what that means. I think that's funny. Because
Yeah,
people do it
everybody's
so
saying it.
often.
Yeah.
Like this guy, the host of the open mic I'm talking about, he hated comedians, dude. So he would make these rules about comedians.
Weird to hate comedians and hosts, but that's a...
No, but he hosted an open mic for poetry, music, and comedy.
Oh, right. So they don't want comedians there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed that the music open mics really don't want somebody to come on stage and do bits about what comedians do bits about, you know?
Yeah.
Because comedians like to bring up things, or open micers like to bring up things where like, do we have to talk about this? And they're like, yep.
And now you're probably asking yourself, why would you go to this open mic, right? Bro, it was a basement and it was full every time. You could literally touch the ceiling. So like it was so fucking, it was 75 people in a basement and you would just murder if you do comedy.
Yeah, because people don't know that that it's going to be comedians there. They think it's going to be music and nice and stuff, but then somebody comes on the stage.
Well, it was next to UCR, so it was just an open mic, but the coffee place above the basement was back to the grind. Back to the grind's like a big coffee place or whatever, especially for the culture of Riverside, you know, weird-ass culture out there, you know?
Only been there once for the powwow with Caitlin, so I don't really know what it's like.
Oh, dude, we should do like a week of Riverside open mics.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's check it out.
And then we review it.
Yeah.
And we never go back.
I met some guy at Chatterbox that was like has a big podcast. He was saying in Riverside, and he was trying to get into stand up. Nice guy.
Oxymoron.
Yeah, I don't know.
Big podcast in Riverside, dude.
They were saying it was Jesus Sepulveda was talking to him with Daniel, and they were all talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Jesus was saying that like there needs to be like a.
I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, where are the mics now? Where do I go? And all that. And he was like, there used to be more stuff out here. And I think they were talking about like Latino mics or shows or something.
Oh, and then you were like, wait. Fourth wall.
Like, no.
Fourth wall, guys.
No, I said, that's not okay. I don't want that.
Oh.
I don't want that. No, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get back in the open mic scene. I went to Fourth Wall, I think 3 times. And then I went to the Third Wheel. And did we talk about this last week? No, huh?
I don't know, but we gotta get the Bappa thing done.
What thing?
When I do
Gringo Poppy.
When can we do that?
Whenever. Obviously, I'm working right now because I didn't work for 2 months.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like cram as much, like make money wise.
Yeah.
But I'm down, dude. If you give me a date, I'm down.
Let's do it today. Well,
I can't do today.
Yeah,
Saturdays I can't do.
Yeah, I can't do it today either. Let's do it Monday. You want to do it Monday?
Possibly. Depends on. I'm down. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But wait, what was I saying? Oh, Third Wheel. We didn't talk about this last week.
Yeah.
I wanted to let it sit for a little while inside of me. I think we talked about it off the podcast a little bit.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts? And be serious. Don't make a joke.
Okay.
He's going to make a joke. What are your thoughts on open mics with gimmicks?
With gimmicks?
Yeah.
You mean like suggestions and that kind of thing?
That
Right
is
or
a
so?
gimmick, right? But like, for instance, if you have to do like a tarot card reading before your comedy, and then you get like 4 minutes of comedy after that.
So you have to do a reading yourself, and then
well,
you get
somebody
to do
comes
comedy?
and reads. You pull cards, and they tell you what the fucking cards mean.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do
and
that.
And they're like, you get 4 minutes of comedy.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Right? That's the gimmick thing. Or like,
is that a thing? At
Third Wheel is like the only regular open mic is at midnight. The only regular ass fucking you get 3 minutes to bomb your ass off.
Yeah.
Is the midnight mic at Third Wheel. Every other fucking mic is like a gimmick, dude.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think they're probably just doing that to get people in and like gimmick. They think it's fun or something. Midnight, that would have been appealing to me when I was younger, but now I don't really want to do a midnight mic unless I'm like running something for. The only scenario in which I could see myself doing a midnight mic is if I had a taping of some kind.
Yeah,
you know,
like the Gringo Poppy.
You know, that's a little different. That's a little different. Okay. Hey, look at you guys. I'm like forgetting. I memorized the first 4 minutes, but then I like have taken days off. So it's like now I'm like, I don't know if I have it. What's up, Dallas? Look at you guys. This is different. Or no. I see. I don't even remember.
But what are other mics that have gimmicks to it?
There's a lot of ladies in the crowd tonight. What's that?
What are other mics that have gimmicks to them? Because I fucking hate these. Like mics that just can't have you come and do comedy. They're so fucking pointless to me. Like another gimmick of theirs is like a double bubble where you get a bunch of bubble gum fucking balls, and the different colors of the balls tell you whether you get more time or less time, or you have to ask the host for something to talk about, or it's like basically all these mics are just about shit that you did not write to begin with. You're just going there to fucking be
to
friends
write
with people.
material and stuff, keep people writing, I guess. There was one mic that you'd spin a wheel and it would tell you how many minutes you get. I think Landon and Jessica Mulder did that.
I think that's as far as I'm willing to go with the gimmick, is like time wise.
Yeah.
Cool. Then I could do comedy for that time.
I was thinking of doing this mic where you spin it, and one of the things is you're never allowed to do comedy again.
That'd be funny.
You just rig it to it would get rid of a lot of comedians.
Yeah. That would be pretty funny, actually.
Oops, looks like you can't ever do comedy again.
Yeah. Or if you make one of the little pieces of the pie to the spinning wheel, make it say you go last, and they have to get off stage and go last.
There were ones where you'd do other people's comedy, like they'd be you and you'd be them, like you do thing, which I always thought was kind of stupid because nobody knows who anybody is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's fun to do. Like I did that with Joshua Wad. Joshua Wad had like 3 jokes that never did good.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, if I did those jokes, it'd be fucking amazing, right? And he was like, go for it. And so one night I did his material, and then I fucking murdered. Just kidding. It was The Belly Room, 1958.
Yeah.
But I did it better, and it was pretty funny. But that's like between friends, though. It's not like something that you go to the mic expecting to do.
You could do like a wife swap thing with a thing, like you spin it, and then like if you do better than the other guy, then they sleep with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
And so, but then neither of you could get hard, so no one would have sex, and it just continues on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be one.
Would you start a Raccoon Titties open mic?
No. You could do like a Russian roulette type thing, like you got to spin like the roulettista spin, and if you don't die, then you get to do 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah.
Or if you spin it and it doesn't go, you get to try with the next comic.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
A skateboarding open mic where like you have to stand on a skateboard the whole time.
Oh my God.
And do stand up. Let's see what else. An open mic. Oh, there used to be an open mic where you'd fight or something.
Really?
It was like a boxing open mic. Like there was sparring. There's some kind of that I heard about. There was a mud wrestling open mic where they had women mud wrestling at it. I'm trying to think of the craziest gimmicky type things I've seen. There was one mic that's so insane, dude. This was like such an insane premise for a mic. The premise was that it was like a totally normal open mic, but they would let people like Caitlin Jeffers do stand up there.
Talking about Ono Vino B.
Got him. Eno Vino.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm over Vino. How about that?
Yeah.
Over Vino. Your small ass room with 8 people in it. I'm done with you. No, that's actually a pretty good one. In comparison with all the other open mics, Eno Vino's pretty good.
Yeah.
At least it's better than like I don't even know what there are. People are always like coming to me like, you talk about comedy. What are the open mics you're going to these days? I'm like, it's pretty brutal out there. Ain't that much going on.
Nope.
The show I did last night was like a show mic where they had a bunch of book spots and then like 4 buckets, and that was pretty good. It's at Bar Franca in downtown LA, so check that out. Landon Hughes and Jessica Mulder run that.
Langston.
Hugh Moore went up. He's hilarious. You know Hugh, right? Hugh Moore's great. He had this joke. He's a very New York guy, so he has like that New York accent. He was like, Pete Buttigieg, he ran for president. I like Pete Buttigieg. He had a real good campaign. He was a gay man, and he appealed to some people, from being gay, like gay men and women. But I think he really missed out on a campaign opportunity because when one of my friends comes out, one of my other friends will always say, good, more pussy for me. And then he does this like pause and he's like, think about how good a campaign slogan Pete Buttigieg could have had. Pete Buttigieg, more pussy for you. And they had all these bits about like campaigns like more pussy for you. It was so funny. A lot better than my material, which was like me saying, my friend's dog has HPV. I was like, what a weird dog. I have no jokes. I was like, do you guys think my friend's weird? Because the dog has HPV. More pussy for you. So much better.
Yeah.
Anyways, I did okay at it. So those are open mics that you can go to. Eno Vino,
Yeah.
Bar Franca. I really don't know any other ones that are good right now. I just go to Fourth Wall and Chatterbox, really. Offbeat was good, but I don't even know if that's around anymore. The woman who did Offbeat, Heather, started an app that you can look for mics at, you know?
And they're not even up to date.
No. And you always worry about someone's mental state when they start an app thing. They're like, uh-oh, don't go full Jay Kroger. You never go full Jay Kroger, you know what I mean?
Is that the Comedy Bureau guy?
That's the Comedy Bureau guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, I think we can check in with Scott now.
Oh, yeah.
Checking in with Scott. Checking in with Scott.
Let me see here. Scott, one of the founders of the Chatterplop open mic, dude. Let me see here. Twitter.com.
Scott, the greatest man in history.
Scott. Where is he at? Scott Lurs.
Current mood, and it's a picture of Michael Chiklis. I already like this. I don't know what it's from, but what's great about it is that it captures me at any time, really, you know, unless I'm like the rare time when something good happens.
Yeah.
I get it.
I'm pretty sure, rest in peace to Scott's dad. I think
Yeah.
Scott's dad died.
Yeah, it's a very sad thing. We're all thinking about you, Scott. We love you.
Yes.
All right. Well, that is the Raccoon Tweeties for this week. Tune in next week and have a great week. All right, bye.
Later.